guys. Well, here we go. Another vlog, right? Let's jump right into it because I actually have a whole lot I want to talk about this week. First things first, what you guys want to know. You guys want to know, Staley, are you any skinnier this week? Not as much. I have only lost 2 pounds this week, so I'm at 367, and I'm okay with that. I haven't worked out for a while. I've gotten 2 workouts in this week. Basically, workouts haven't been that great. Last video, I believe I said that I was going to go like Friday or Saturday. Well, I didn't make it Friday, Saturday. I ended up going Sunday. So I've only went Sunday and yesterday. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Like the 2 pounds, it's like you don't work out, you don't lose a whole lot of weight probably. So I'm not feeling bad about it. In fact, the end of February goal is 350. And so I'm only like 16 pounds away from that goal. Okay, so a lot of people, thank you so much, but a lot of people responded to praying for my father. And I really appreciate that. Dad's doing good. He ended up, they had it, and they had the angioplasty. They went into his heart, and they actually found that the front part of his heart wasn't dying. What it was that he actually had a 95% blockage in one of his arteries. And he's already had a quadruple bypass once, and it was going to be a major deal. So they ended up transporting him to St. Louis and did like a high risk surgery where they actually just put in a stent, and that saved him. The problem was if any of that plaque fell off, it was like instant stroke or death or whatever. Like just my dad's heart is only working at 75% capacity anyways. 25% of my dad's heart is dead. And so he's had so many strokes and everything else. They were pretty sure that they were going to have to revive him or try to save his life during the middle of this. So he had the surgery on Friday or Saturday, and then they released him like the next day. So he's home now. He's been tired, but he seems to be doing okay. My sister came in from Nevada. She's taking care of him. All right, so I wanted to say something. Yesterday, which is 2 days from when you're getting this video, 2 days ago, I posted a video on some more tips because I wasn't able to do a workout video. So I just did some more tips for successful working out and everything. And one of the things I mentioned was G2. I was wrong on my ounces, and I wanted to be very clear and apologize for that. I said to get a 20 or 24 ounce bottle. Don't do that. That's like 4 servings if you get a 24 ounce bottle. It's okay to have 2 servings in it. You'll get a little bit more extra calories, but you kind of need to replenish yourself. So 16 ounce bottles. You're looking for 16 ounce bottles. So other than that, one of the things that I've actually made a decision to do. Remember, like, I don't think it was last video, maybe the video before where I was talking about, no, it was the last video where I was talking about getting in an argument about the woman telling people not to do, going against their doctors and all this kind of stuff. Well, I actually did a little bit of my own research, and it's kind of funny after this whole argument, I'm probably more or less siding with her on one point. And so I'm changing my vitamins. Right now, the nutritionist and the surgeon's office, bariatric center, whatever you want to call it, is suggesting that I take Optisource, which Optisource is like $27 or something like that. And you can buy it in Walgreens, which is great, right? You take 4 pills a day. There's only one flavor. It's like citrus or something like that. And it's got vitamins in it. I mean, it's a multivitamin. Well, I started looking at what else was out there and started realizing that it's only 100% of daily what we need as a normal person. Like they don't take the malabsorption into account. Like it talks about helping you absorb better. There's things in it that will help absorb better and stuff like that. But everything's not perfect. So I went to my support group, which was last Wednesday. So it was actually the day I made my last video. I went to my support group and I asked my nutritionist, and she said it's fine, and if your test results are coming back, it's great, but we're not going to stop you from getting something else. And so she said, check out Bariatric Advantage. I went on Bariatric Advantage's site, and I'm so switching. One, they have 4 flavors. Two, you only have to take 2 instead of 4, which I had to take 4 of the Optisource, so very extra advantage, I only have to take 2. 3, it is 200% of your daily recommended needs or whatever. So it's like, okay, so I'm already getting more. And 4 is cheaper. I'm paying $27 for a 30-day supply. I can pay $37 for 180 tablets, which is a 90-day supply. So I worked it out. I think it's like $50 I save. $50 is $50. But then also I started looking at it and I realized that when I switch, I can stop taking my B12. It's self added. My nutritionist doctor didn't say I needed more B12. I just felt like it would help with energy and stuff like that. Well, I found out if I start taking these tablets, I'm actually going to be having 3 times the amount of B12, and I'll be actually having more than the B12 that I'm taking now every morning, and the B12 that I'm taking in if that's already in the tablet in the Optisource. So now what am I saving? Oh yeah, like $80 over 3 months. So it's a win for me. I'm switching to Bariatric Advantage. Other thing I wanted to talk about, which was, it's actually kind of a story. So I know everyone likes story time with Staley. So pull your blankets up, get your PJs on, get your hot cocoa, and let me tell you a little story. It's a sad story. As I said, I went to my support group. And the support group, I love it. I love the people in it. There's a couple guys in it that I really just have a heart for. They're great guys. There's one guy that's like 4 years post-op. Couldn't say a bad word about him. Then there's another guy. And this is the guy I want to tell you about. And this is not meant to bash this guy. It's not. The reason why I decided I wanted to tell the story that I see from this guy is to really maybe make people think twice and really think about their own weight loss and their own challenges in their life with choosing the right foods and stuff like that. Um, this guy had a surgery 1 week to the day before me by the same surgeon. We had been going pre-op to the support group. We'd gotten to kind of know each other's names, rooting each other on. So we got to know each other, and really just, I was like, man, this guy's great. He had about 80 to 100 pounds more than me. And so even with what my surgeon was telling me, he's going to lose a ton of weight, like right off the bat. It would be no surprise if he was 150 pounds or more lost within 3 months. And so just because the bigger you are, it seems like the faster and harder you lose the weight. And then all of a sudden it just hits, and then you slow down and catch up with everybody else. And so I was like, okay, well, this guy's going to fly past me. He's going to be like my size after 3 months. He came to our first month post-op, and he had lost like 76 pounds or something like that. And I think I had lost like 40 or 50 or something like that. And I was like, whoa, buddy, The second month, he didn't come. Well, now we're 3 months post-op, and he came. And he looked great. I mean, I'm not saying he looked bad or anything. He looked great. But we started telling our weights and everything. And I found out that he's only lost about 11 pounds more than me. In the midst of everything, he starts talking, and he's like, well, I can eat anything. I eat, stuffed pizza. I eat deep dish pizza, thin crust pizza. I eat Chinese food, fried chicken, blah, 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 blah. I mean, there was almost a collective gasp in the room by all the gastric bypassers that were post-op. It was like, whoa. And when he was saying it, it was like, yeah, my wife gets on me, but and I couldn't say anything to him. I really couldn't. It's not one of those support groups where you call somebody out or whatever, and I really don't feel like I had that rapport to call him out, but it just broke my heart. I mean, it really broke my heart. There was a moment during it where I actually just put my head down and I said, do not start crying right now, because it really hurt me to see that he was just making a lot of poor decisions but it hadn't hit him yet. It's not one of those things that you can just call somebody out for and say, dude, you got to stop that, man. You're fat and you don't. You can't do that. You have to kind of have everybody have their own path. You know, we had one girl in there that, you know, she's like a couple months post-op. I've given her some recipes. She's like, oh yeah, the recipe is great. You know, it's awesome. She brought a friend that night for support, and her friend sat there and called her out. Oh, the whole way here, she was just eating, just grazing, and all this kind of stuff, and just calling her out on everything she eats. Like she'll eat, and then she'll wait like a half hour, and she'll go back and eat some more, and all that. And I'm like, should you be eating that? And everything. What I knew from this girl is like, she's just got to have that realization of, I got to stop doing this. I've got to conquer. Like 99% of people that have weight loss surgery have food addictions. I mean, you can fight me on that. You can be like, Staley, I do not have a food addiction. I had, you know, you can say that. It's fine. But there's some kind of hook that got us big. And even me, who doctors told me that it was just medical stuff that caused me to gain weight. Well, I got news for you, buddy. Like, I overate. I overate a lot. Okay? My pre-op diet, before I started my little liquid thing that you have to do before your surgery, for lunch, I was having a 40 count of pizza rolls, with a side dish of a can of Chef Boyardee. I mean, I was eating like a pig. And then on top of that, there were days that I was having lunch and I was eating a Big Mac. I was ordering a large size Angus burger with a large fry and a Coke no ice. And I was still eating my daughter's fries from her Happy Meal. We've got to get away from this stuff. And so when I see people that are talking about like, what can I get if I go eat fast food, and you know, what can I snack on that's fast and easy and loaded with carbs and stuff like that, guys, we gotta get control. You know, it's like we had the surgery and people got to get control. And wow, I just cried a little bit for you. So not as funny of a video, is it? So the purpose of that little cry fit was basically just to say, we got to watch it. And the idea of overcoming our battles is pretty huge. I want us all to win. You know, I would say out of like 85 subscribers, probably 75 of you are weight loss surgery patients. And we got to win. You know, at the end of my video, you always see a little quote by a guy named Graham Cook. It's a guy who I trust his heart, his faith. He's a great guy, very prophetic guy. And one of the things he says is that we shouldn't live for victory, but instead live from the victory that we've already achieved. And the moment that you decide to lose weight, I don't care if you've had weight loss surgery, you're on Weight Watchers, whatever you do, the second that you make that decision, if you're pre-op, some pre-oppers have recently subscribed to me. You're pre-oppers, you've won. Why? Because you're fighting. And if you're fighting, then you've won. So now all we do is we live out of that victory. And every choice we make is a victorious choice. We keep making good choices, healthy choices for our lives. We work, we fight harder. You know, before this process, I had prayed. I said, God, are you going to save my life? And I felt like God said one thing to me, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I haven't shared it with anybody before. He said, Staley, you give me 1 year of your life. You dedicate it to fighting the fight, getting healthy, and winning the battle, and I'll save your life. That's what I'm doing now. And I love it. I absolutely love it. when I look at my wife's eyes and I see her light up because I'm like, man, I had such a great workout. I was like, and she's like, you're weird. Like, what are you, like, before it was like all you ever talked about was woodworking and drums, and now you're talking about like nutrition and working out, and what are you, you know? So we can win. Everything about this is we can win. That said and done, one of the things that I'm doing actually on Thursday, with the day you're getting this video, is I'm doing something called a sozo. I can't go into huge details of what it is because frankly I've never had one before, so I don't know. But it's a intense inner healing session with a professional Christian sozo person. Um, the people that I know that have had sozos have, it's been rocked them, and my wife had one actually yesterday, and it rocked her pretty good. So wish me luck there, right? So, anyways, great comments. You guys have questions? Anything? I mean, what you want to say? Anything? You want to say Staley? You're a big dummy. You say Staley, you're a big dummy. So watch my other video. You Facebookers, you don't get my third Tuesday videos because they're not really for you. So, anyways, love you guys, and I'll talk to you. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. I need to tell you something real quick because I made a promise. And Tom, Philly Tomcat, you already beat me to it. It's okay. I still love you. There's a new person on the community circuit who is 11 years post-op. Her name is Leslie. I will put a link in my tummy. So look down in my tummy. For you Facebookers, you don't have a tummy, so you have to go to YouTube to get a tummy. I'll put a link in the description below. Go and subscribe to her. She is basically flat out answering questions. You have a question, she'll make a video for you. And so that's awesome, and I think that's really helpful to have someone who's keeping the weight off 11 years post-op and can maybe give some advice. They're going to give a lot better advice than us people that are like 3, 6, 7, 10 months post-op. You're going to give a lot better advice than anybody because they're going to have went through a lot of battles. Go to her, subscribe to her. I'm putting a link in my tummy, and go click on my tummy, and maybe you'll see my belly button there. Hopefully not, because that'd be really weird. Bye-bye.
We will overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony.